the White House. And I looked at his face, and he looked at me, and I could see that he knew I wasn't guilty. And I was begging him with my eyes to please find some mercy.
The reform school the government ran was a veritable torture chamber for young boys who were regularly beaten, raped, and some even killed. Florida's governor and Department of Juvenile Justice are only now confronting that sad history.
After former students came forward raising questions about the mass graves there.
Since the investigation began, dozens of former students contacted FDLE to tell them their stories and what they think could lie beneath those crosses.
To investigate the deaths and their stories of abuse, rape, and racism.
And they happen to children.
So young, 10, 11, 12 years old.
A group of men called the White House Boys. The White House Boys.
The White House Boys.
Tonight, these men are somehow able to share what they went through inside this little White House. A word of warning, it is a rough and tragic one, but it needs to be told.
Mariana was the worst suffering that I ever took.
I never had trouble talking about it to them.
And why would it go to the dump? And why would the trash cans go over to the graveyard?
I didn't want to die.
At that moment, you saw his face.
I didn't want to die.
You're just a kid. And you don't know what you done wrong. And then you beat you. And, you know, like you went out and killed somebody.
I wasn't going to be broken. I just laid there. You could hit me all you wanted to.
These bastards beat them and beat them until they shut up or they killed them.
See, they be betting money. Who can hit the hardest? Who can draw blood the quickest?
A black kid was in the dryer, and he was still alive. You could see him, and you knew he was begging you to please come over there and unlatch this driver and let me out.
Do you have any idea what happened to him?
Yeah, he's either in one of those graves or a barrel.
About the worst thing you could do to a person besides just out and out kill them. Maybe killing them would be easier. But I know one thing. We never done that to people in concentration camps. In prisoner of war camps, prisoners were never treated that way. And for them to be unleashed on boys, I mean, you're talking 8, 9, 10-year-old boys.
I knew what he meant, and what he wanted me to do was to drop my pants, play with myself till I got an erection, and masturbate in front of him. And he would sit there in his chair smoking his pipe, look over his glasses at me. And he would just sit there watching me just like he wasn't even alive.
There was a young black child laying in the grass. He was so bloody, I don't think the boy survived whatever happened. But I thought I was there to be executed, and that's the truth. I thought that they were going to kill me. And the blood is just pouring out of my mouth, all over everything. And he was holding my head down, and then it came. And it came. And it came. You just can't imagine a strap, half-inch wide with a piece of metal in it, coming across your legs on its side.
And you could hear it. You could hear it every time it was coming through the air, and you knew you were going to get another lick.
So you'd be grabbing the bar like this, and then the goddamn belt would wham, and then you go, you hear the foot tick, boom, and the goddamn bed would go like this, and then I'd say, it's gonna end soon. I know it, it's gonna end soon, you know, and then I'm just yelling in my mind, Mom, Dad, God, please help me. Please help me.
They knew what the hell they was doing. They was professional beaters.
Peace, you know, because I feel this is what I was supposed to do. This is what the Lord told me to do. So that it won't happen. It would help that it don't happen to any other children.